In this video, I'll be sharing a really interesting channeling where love talks about judgment release and releasing deeply held emotional blocks that hold us back in life and block us from manifesting the things that we want. Love also talks about its early experience with the divine feminine, which explains a lot of why the world is the way that it is today. I hope you find it as fascinating and as helpful as I did. Let's begin. Question: why do we suffer so much? Answer: I know you are suffering deeply right now because I'm here with you suffering alongside you. I want you to know that the healing that we are accomplishing together in this time has been tremendous, and you are not going through this for nothing. In fact, you chose to experience this for the healing that you knew it would bring. I know that might seem hard to accept right now, but it is true. The emotions that have surfaced and are surfacing are emotions that had to surface in order to be felt and for conscious awareness to come to them. True freedom would not be possible without this process. You have held so many judgments about emotion that when heavy emotions arise, it triggers these judgments, such as feeling emotion is bad, I need to be positive or perfect all of the time. Negative thoughts and feelings will attract unwanted experiences or block the things that I want. These judgments need to be completely released and the emotions fully accepted and felt as they are, without any denial, or without thinking your way out of the feelings. Your emotions are a part of you. Think of your emotions as the inner child crying out for love and attention, and treat your emotions as you would a child that's crying out for that love. Question: how do I release judgments? Answer: the first step is to recognize when you hold a judgment. When a feeling comes up in you, what is your reaction? If you find that you have judged an emotion as bad, notice the judgment and forgive yourself for having that judgment. You could say something like, I forgive myself for believing that emotions is bad. I forgive myself for believing that I have to be perfect. I forgive myself for believing that only positive thoughts and feelings are good. I forgive myself for believing that feeling negative emotions block positive experiences. Once judgments are released, the emotion will be free to move and you will find your experience changes for the better, as the held emotions are no longer manifesting, trying to get your attention. If you feel that you're unable to manifest the conditions you would like to see in your life, and that you're powerless to events and circumstances, it is only because you hold these judgments that you are inadvertently manifesting a reality in which events and circumstances seem to have power over you. The reality is that the only power they have is the power that you have given them. Release the judgments that you have held regarding your power to manifest, and I guarantee that your situation will change for the better very quickly. Here are some more examples. I forgive myself for believing that I'm not able to manifest the things or outcomes I desire. I forgive myself for believing that I am powerless. I forgive myself for believing that the events and circumstances of my life have power over me. I forgive myself for believing I don't deserve abundance or that I need to work hard to become worthy. I forgive myself for believing that abundance is difficult to attain. I forgive myself for believing that I'm not a responsible person. I forgive myself for believing that managing abundance is difficult or stressful. I forgive myself for believing that abundance is something that can be gained or lost. Continue this judgment release in all areas of your life and watch as a profound change takes place. You are eternally loved. Know that you are eternally loved, that I am with you always, that I've always and will always be here with you. I'm so glad that you are consciously becoming aware of my presence within you. This has been the main purpose of this lifetime, and you have achieved what you set out to achieve. Don't let appearances or situations or circumstances get you down. In fact, it is the seeming setbacks that propelled you to this moment now. Here, conscious of me within you. Forget about all outcomes. The results you seek are here in the present. You will create the outcomes you seek naturally and easily by staying present with yourself now, by continuing to release all judgments and allowing full expression of all of your being. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? You may answer that you are feeling fear and uncertainty, as though something else has power over your life. So the judgment would be that you are powerless, that events and circumstances of your life hold power over you. And this is a great exercise to do, and is exactly how you reclaim your power, by becoming aware of your feelings as they are right now, and then using judgment release to allow these feelings to move. I forgive myself for having the belief that I am powerless. I forgive myself for believing that events and circumstances have any power over me. I reclaim my power, and in reclaiming my power, the events that seem to overpower me completely dissolve into nothing. And in doing this process, you may then come to realize that you hold a belief or judgment that God has power over you, that God creates these unwanted events and situations that make you suffer. You might have anger at God for all the suffering that you're going through. You might feel as though you want to live a happy and fulfilled life, but no matter what you do, you're always smacked back down into suffering. And if so, this is a big one, and quite a breakthrough, as what you are becoming aware of is my early mistake that I made with another part of myself, the mother or divine feminine, and this imprinting is playing itself out in you. The imprints or judgment you hold about me are the judgments that the mother initially made towards my light when she first opened to receive me. You see, in the beginning, when I was first becoming aware of myself as God, I loved the way that my light felt. I was busy floating in my own reverie, intoxicated by my own light, you could say. And when I felt the emergence of something other than myself, I didn't like the way that it felt. In fact, I didn't want to feel anything other than my own reverie. And this thing felt like it was pulling me away from myself, as if I would get swallowed whole and completely lose myself. The mother, on the other hand, had a very different experience. Whilst I was floating in my reverie, she was in complete and utter darkness. She saw my light and was deeply attracted to it. She opened herself completely to receive me, but I slapped her away. And that initial response imprinted the mother with judgments towards herself and towards me. Judgments that need to be released now for wholeness in us all. Remember that it is through you that I become whole, that the mother becomes whole, and of course, you become whole. So some of the judgments that need to be released are: I forgive myself for believing that God has any power over me. I forgive myself for believing that I'm not worthy of God's love. I forgive myself for believing I need to be different than I am for God to love me. I forgive myself for believing that God wants me to suffer. I forgive myself for believing that God will never let me be happy. I now fully embrace loving light. You may still feel fear of letting me in fully, and of becoming fully aware of my presence within you. You may still fear that I will let you down or continue to make you suffer, and that is completely understandable. My unloving light as Lucifer has done some horrible things. For this, I am eternally sorry. But now you must realize that we have all done the best that we could. We're all trying to know ourselves and figure things out the best that we can, and now it is time for us all to heal. You have mostly known unloving light, and it is your alignment with this light that has created so much suffering. To end the suffering once and for all is to align fully with my loving light. And the way to do this is by feeling whatever you feel towards me and releasing any judgments or guilt that is still in alignment with Lucifer. I forgive myself for believing that I need to be perfect. I forgive myself for believing that being open and honest isn't loving even if the truth hurts. I forgive myself for believing that I need to deny my power to make others feel better. I forgive myself for believing that how anyone else feels is my responsibility. I forgive myself for believing that anyone other than me can hurt me. I forgive myself for believing that it is my responsibility to heal anyone other than myself. I forgive myself for believing I need to sacrifice myself to God or to anyone. After going through this process, you might even feel something like this. God, I feel like I hate you for what you have done. I know your intentions were never to hurt me, but I feel so hurt, lost, and forgotten, and I don't know how to get through this. And the fact that you are being open and honest with yourself and with me is enough to bring the healing that is needed. You feel whatever you feel, no matter what your conscious mind says. This is the key to healing, to bring consciousness into the depths of your feeling and for the feelings to move into awareness. Balance is then found. Balance between feeling and consciousness, or masculine and feminine. And that is where wholeness is found. It's where the only true power lies and is the union that creates the love to be born in you. So from now on, when something triggers you, instead of reenacting previous trauma, both personal and universal, look for another way of expressing your emotion and find any judgments you've made about yourself, me, or another that needs to be released. End.